After a 7-year hiatus, this is OSEP Wrestle-Rap for April 2012. I am David Barnes, owner of Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions, and known to my Facebook and Pro Lords friends as the Barnstormers. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this program, it features news and events from my fan-created fantasy wrestling promotion, utilizing the rules and gaming systems for the Champions of the Galaxy wrestling game, which was first published in 1987 by Filsinger Games as a card and dice game, and is still going strong not only in the tabletop format, but now as an online version as well. As recent as 3 years ago, the rules and gaming system in a similar format for a mixed martial arts promotion known as PLEIADES Outlaw Warfare has become available in PDF form, which can be ordered exclusively on the Filsinger Games online catalog. So now, Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions is proud to announce that we'll now be adding a fan-created fantasy mixed martial arts promotion, Pride and Honor Fighting, to our stable of sports and sports entertainment promotions. I'll be going into more detail about Pride and Honor Fighting later in the show, but coming up after this break, I'll be going into more detail about the history of Wrestle-Rap and bringing you news and events from my fantasy wrestling promotion, Intergalactic Independent Wrestling. So don't go away, we'll be right back.
This is Bob Frog. As you finish another beverage and toss the aluminum can in your recycling bin, you might not think it makes much of an impact, but when you add up 10 years' worth, you might be surprised. I'll be back right after this.
Folks, did you know groceries at Kroger can help you run your car with a little help from Shell?
They sure can. Just shop at Kroger, and for every 100 points you earn with your Kroger Plus card, you instantly save 10 cents a gallon at participating Shell stations.
Kroger and Shell are helping you get the most out of every drop.
Fuel points redeemable at participating Shell stations. Fuel discounts are limited to up to 35 gallons per purchase. See Kroger stores for details, or go to shell.us/Kroger.
How much of an impact does recycling aluminum cans have? Well, in the 10 years prior to 1991, your recycling efforts have kept more than 12 billion pounds of aluminum cans out of our landfills. So keep up the good work. It's the frog-friendly thing to do.
I like my Green Mountain hazelnut coffee in the morning.
I like my Green Mountain French roast.
I like a nice cup of Earl Grey tea after dinner.
We love hot chocolate for dessert.
Now with our Keurig single cup brewer, you can brew your coffee, tea, and hot cocoa one delicious cup at a time and satisfy the tastes of everyone in your family. It's simple. Just press one button, and in less than 1 minute, the Keurig will brew a fresh, hot beverage perfectly every time. With over 40 varieties of gourmet coffees, teas, and cocoa from Green Mountain Coffee, we guarantee you'll love the Keurig Single Cup Brewer.
Call now and take advantage of our 30-day risk-free trial. That's right, try the Keurig Single Cup Brewer for 30 days. And if you're not completely delighted, simply return it for a full refund. Plus, call now and get free shipping and a free supply of our gourmet coffee to enjoy during your risk-free trial. Call 800-717-1108. That's 800-717-1108. Call 800-717-1108.
Welcome back to Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions Wrestle-Rap for April 2012. I'm your host, David Barnes, owner of Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions. Before we get things started, let me give you a bit of history about Wrestle-Rap. I started the program in March 2005. Back then, Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions was known as Orion Wrestling Promotions. The shows featured news and events from 4 fantasy wrestling promotions I ran, all utilizing the rules and gaming systems for the Champions of the Galaxy wrestling game and its sister gaming system, Legends of Wrestling game. These promotions were the Galactic Wrestling Federation, which is the official COTG promotion, Colby Health Corporation Wrestling, or CPC, another COTG promotion created by longtime Federation promoter Mark Ashby, the Legends of Wrestling Federation, or LWF, a promotion which features actual professional wrestlers both past and present, and my own fan-created promotion, the Heavenly Wrestling Association, which I named as a tribute to the Cincinnati, Ohio-based wrestling promotion, the Heartland Wrestling Association. MP3 files of these monthly news programs were uploaded to my old GeoCities websites, and links were provided on the official Filsinger Games Pro Board's discussion board. This went on for about 6 months until I perceived that nobody on the board was actually listening to the program since nobody ever commented on them, so I just stopped posting them altogether. A few years after, Yahoo, who'd bought the GeoCities sites, closed all GeoCities accounts, and at the time I couldn't afford another website. Now, I'd always enjoyed making Wrestle-Rap, even if it was for my own personal entertainment, and I've been looking forward for the right time to bring it back. While attempting to post match results on my Facebook group, Orion Wrestling Promotions, I became increasingly frustrated by my Facebook account constantly slowing down, or in some cases actually freezing up when I tried to copy and paste my updates. I decided that now was the perfect time to resurrect my old pseudo radio show, which is why the graphic you see on this YouTube upload and further uploads is a radio. The commercials you hear in this program are those I've downloaded or recorded streaming audios of for my own personal use. I'm in no way, shape, or form being endorsed at this time by any company, which is why some of the commercials are outdated. So now that you know the history of Wrestle-Rap, let's kick things off with a bit of background about intergalactic independent wrestling. As I mentioned earlier, one of the promotions I reported about in Wrestle-Rap in 2005 was my fan-created promotion, the Heavyweight Wrestling Association, which I began in 2003. The Heavyweight Wrestling Association folded in 21-25, holding its final card on February 27th. Due to some bad business dealings, HWA owner and commissioner Vincent Sean Helmsley went personally and professionally bankrupt. His creditors obtained a court order to seize and sell off all the assets belonging to the Heavenly Wrestling Association and its developmental territory, Pinfalls in Paradise, as well as all of Vincent's personal assets in order to recoup their losses. This forced Helmsley to release all the wrestlers and teams he had under contract with both the HWA and PIP. And then in August 21-25, the HWA received some new life when an old sponsor from the Galactic Championship Wrestling days stepped in to save the company from extinction. Pitsy-Core, bottlers of Pitsy Pop, the soda with half the carbonation of all the leading sodas for more of that great cola taste, bought the HWA's assets from the creditors for an undisclosed bargain basement amount. Their first decision concerning the independent wrestling promotion was to change the name of the promotion to Intergalactic Independent Wrestling, citing the reason for the name change as looking to make a fresh start without the excess baggage of bad business dealings by the promotion's former owner hanging over their heads. While the search went underway to find a new commissioner for IIW, Pitsy-Core began signing a number of former HWA wrestlers and teams, as well as a few new wrestlers and teams to the IIW roster. Then, on December 7th, they decided to hold tournaments with the wrestlers and teams they'd signed in order to establish inaugural champions. On December 7th, the first tournament was held to determine the IIW Heavyweight Champion. 12 wrestlers competed in the tournament. In the first round, King Francois Dubois, the self-professed King of Grenoble, France, pinned the wrestler formerly known in the HWA as the Honorable Golden Knight, Sebastian Rook, with his finisher, the Royal Mutilation. Harvard Yale pinned the Sioux Warrior from Helena, Montana, Bison, with his finisher, the Law Review. Bane made the sadistic former brain surgeon, Dr. Brain, tap out to his finisher, the Bane Breaker. The former Marine Drill Sergeant One-Man Army pinned Dewey Cheatham with his finisher, Taps. Sheikh Khalid Sirhan pinned Epsilon Beta with a running spear off the ropes. And newcomer Johnny Black Knight pinned Herman Glop with his finisher, the Unholy Grail. In the second round of the tournament, both King Francois Dubois and Johnny Black Knight earned byes into the semifinal round. Harvard Yale pinned Bane with the Law Review. One-Man Army defeated Sheikh Khalid Sirhan by disqualification when the referee caught Khalid digging into One-Man Army's head with a sharp object. Khalid continued to brutalize One-Man Army with the weapon after the match, but the former Marine Drill Sergeant managed to escape the ring without any serious injury. In the semi-final round of the tournament, King Dubois pinned Harvard Yale with the Royal Mutilation, and One-Man Army managed to play taps on Johnny Black Knight for the pinfall victory. Now, as is Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions tradition in its wrestling promotions, tournament finals are contested under Titan Deathmatch rules, which means no disqualifications and no countouts. With that said, in the finals of the IIW Heavyweight Title Tournament, King Francois Dubois pinned one-man Army with an inverted power slam to become the Intergalactic Independent Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Coming up after the break, we'll look at the tournament for the IIW Tag Team titles and the Battle Royal for the IIW Women's Championship. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
That's the sound of someone enjoying the taste of Arby's new Patty Melts. And here's the sound of that same man reacting to the news that each new Arby's Patty Melt is only $1.99. Woohoo! Arby's delicious new patty melts are just $1.99. There's the classic roast beef melt with sautéed onions and Swiss, the garlic roast beef melt with Swiss and garlic butter spread, and the triple cheese melt, each for just $1.99. So good they'll have you saying, woohoo! I'm thinking Arby's. For a limited time at participating Arby's.
If your carpet's dirty, call 888.
Don't hesitate to call 888.
When you need your carpet really clean,
don't hesitate to call 888.
For carpet cleaning, call us toll free at 888 STEAM RUG.
Is it time to get your carpet clean?
Don't hesitate to call 888.
Having a party? Having family or friends over?
Don't hesitate to call 888.
When you need your carpet clean, don't hesitate. Call 888 Steam Rug at 888 STEAM RUG. A 888 carpet cleaning professional will come to your home and thoroughly steam clean your carpet right away.
Don't hesitate. Call 888.
If your carpet's dirty, call 888.
Don't hesitate to call 888.
When you need your carpet really clean,
don't hesitate to call 888.
For carpet cleaning, call us toll free at 888 STEAM RUG.
Call 888 STEAM RUG.
What if you had to choose between living in a cardboard box or enduring a painful, unnecessary, and unwanted surgery? What if you had to choose between a job you needed and an abortion you didn't want? What if you were locked in a room until it was time for your scheduled appointment? Unwanted abortions happen every day in America. Most are pushed, not chosen. But help is available and healing is possible. Abortion is the unchoice. Learn more at theunchoice.com.
Welcome back to the all-new OSEP Wrestle-Rap for April 2012. I'm David Barnes, owner of Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions, and we're continuing our look at the Intergalactic Independent Wrestling Tournaments to crown IIW Tag Team and Women's Champions. On December 10th, 21-25, the tournament to crown IIW Tag Team Champions was held. Currently, there are 6 teams signed to the IIW Tag Division roster. The Annihilators, Thalos and Krogan, the TNT Boys, Tracy and Terry, the Skyscrapers, Lex and Rex Sky, Road Rage, Roadkill and Rage, the Samoan Vice Squad, Sununu and Tika, and the 18-wheelers Kenworth and Peterbilt. By luck of the draw, the Samoan Vice Squads and the 18-wheelers received byes into the semifinal round, meaning that the SVS would take on the winners of the TNT Boys Annihilators match, while the 18-wheelers would get the winners of the Skyscraper Road Raid match. In the first round of the IIW Tag Team Tournament, the TNT Boys defeated the Annihilators when Terry pinned Thalos with the TNT Boys tag finisher, the Implosion, and Road Rage defeated the Skyscrapers when Roadkill pinned Rex Sky with Road Rage's tag finisher, the Devastation. In the semifinal round of the tournament, the TNT Boys defeated the Samoan Vice Squad when Terry pinned Sununu with the Implosion, and Road Rage defeated the 18-wheelers when Roadkill pinned Kenworth with the Devastation. In order to get both the TNT Boys and Road Rage time to prepare for the Titan Deathmatch Finals, a Battle Royal was held among the 6 ladies signed to the IIW Women's Division to crown the IIW Women's Champion. Those 6 ladies are Bootylicious Bertha, the Irish Hellcat Shannon Egan's, Plain Jane White, Nightingale, Destine, and Demaya the Devil's Daughter. Demaya remained the last woman standing in the ring to become the IIW Women's Champion after Bootylicious Bertha missed a running charge into the turnbuckle, causing her own momentum to tumble her over the top turnbuckle, out of the ring, and onto the floor. In the Titan Deathmatch Finals of the IIW Tag Team Championship Tournament, Road Rage defeated the TNT Boys to become the IIW Tag Team Champions when Rage pinned Tracy with his finisher, the Furious Anger. On December 11, 2125, the final tournament was held to crown IIW Women's Tag Team Champions. There are currently 6 women's tag teams signed to the IIW roster. They are the BFFs, Donna Trump and Brittany Hilton, Nuff's Enough, Justine and Tough Enough, the Queen Bees 1 and 2, Los Tamales Caliente, Holly Pena and Spice, the Sisters at Heart, Ambrosia and Desiree, and the Multiple Bellas, Belladonna and Bellanora. By luck of the draw, the Sisters at Heart and the Multiple Bellas received byes into the semifinal round of the tournament. In the first round of the IIW Women's Tag Team Tournament, Nuff's Enough defeated the BFFs by disqualification when Donna and Brittany launched a double-team attack on Justine after Donna saved Brittany from being pinned by Justine's finisher, the Nuff Said. And the match between the Queen Bees and Los Tamales Caliente ended in a double disqualification when a wild brawl between both teams ensued after Queen Bee number 1 used her finisher, the Drone's Demise, on Holly Pena as the referee lost control of the match. This allowed the Multiple Bellas to receive a bye straight into the Titan Deathmatch Finals, where they would face the winners of the Sisters at Heart Nuff's Enough match, and with no other matches scheduled on the card between that match and the Titan Deathmatch Finals, the Multiple Bellas would get the distinct advantage going into the match, as the winners of the only semifinal match would be slightly fatigued going into the final match. In the semifinal match of the IIW Women's Tag Team Title Tournament, the Sisters at Heart defeated Nuff's Enough when Ambrosia pinned Justine Nuff with a clothesline. As predicted, the Multiple Bellas would become the IIW Women's Tag Team Champions in the Titan Death Finals when Bellanora pinned Desiree with her finisher, the Bella Noche Kiss. After the match, Desiree was asked if she thought the Multiple Bellas got a lucky break when they became the champions after wrestling only one match, but she was gracious in the fate, saying that, quote, "The Bellas were not lucky. They earned those titles. Sure, they only had to wrestle one match, but that's the nature of this business. Anything can happen," unquote. After the break, we'll look at the IIW's new weekly television program, Collision. So go to the fridge, grab yourself a snack, and be back in front of your computer speakers in 2 minutes.
Google Checkout. One identity, one password, one mind-blowing idea.
You love shopping online and saving your time. Got too many passwords are blowing your mind. Can't remember who you are, so you gotta stop. Google Checkout is here. It's a one-password shop. Check out!
Google Checkout.
Check it out!
Google Checkout. One identity, one password. Check it out at google.com.
Faster than streaming video on dial-up, more powerful than your neighbor's Wi-Fi connection, able to leap from a right click to left click in a single motion. It's Jokeroo.com. Be shocked, be amazed, laugh, cry, make your own mark. Jokeroo.com is the place to go online for funny and extreme videos, pics, and a whole whack of online games. It's the most fun you'll have with your clothes on. Or not. Let the magic begin at Jokeroo.com. That's Jokeroo.com. Jokeroo.com.
Now at Little Caesars, get a large cheese-stuffed crust pizza and cheese and pepperoni stuffed crazy bread for just $8.99 carried out.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Wow, all that food for just $8.99 seems impossible.
Yeah, you know, they're not paying big celebrities.
Yeah, but, you know, so much for so little.
Well, they have their ways.
Anyway, I'll take my check now.
Well, that's the thing.
What's that?
They're not charging a lot.
So?
So they're not paying you either.
Excuse me?
Okay, we'll get you next time. Lock the door!
I'm coming in there!
Lock the door! He's coming in!
Give me my money! Ow! Give me that tape! Read it yourself!
Now at Little Caesars, get a large cheese-stuffed crust pizza and cheese and pepperoni stuffed crazy bread for the announcer-free price of just $8.99 carried out.
Pizza. Or have it delivered. Delivery where available at participating stores. Delivery charges and times may apply. A limited time offer.
They're not paying you either.
Ow!
Welcome back to OSEP Wrestle-Rap for April 2012. I'm David Barnes, owner of Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions, and now let's check in on what happened on the Intergalactic Independent Wrestling's new television program, Collision. The pilot episode of Collision took to the holowaves on January 4th, 2126, emanating from the Pizzico Arena on the Martian moon of Deimos, which will also serve as the home venue for the monthly PHF pay-per holowviews. The Pizzico Arena is also the home venue for the Gravity Ball champions, the Marvins. There were only 4 matches slated for the pilot episode of Collision in order to gauge what sort of rankings Pizzico's newest acquisition would receive. In the first match, Sebastian Rook pinned the Sioux Warrior from Helena, Montana Bison with his finisher, the Castle. After the match, the fans in attendance got a taste of one of the heated rivalries that has come to the IIW as Johnny Black Knight jumped into the ring and began pummeling on Sebastian. This went on for a couple minutes until Sebastian managed to get back to his feet and knock Johnny to the mat with one punch. Seeing that he'd lost the element of surprise, Johnny made a tactical retreat back to the locker room. The rivalry between Black Knight and Sebastian stems back several years ago in another independent wrestling promotion when Sebastian was still wrestling as the Honorable Golden Knight. He and King Arturus of Carolina teamed up in HWA as a round table, but even though their team style was to bring chivalry back to the wrestling universe, they didn't enjoy much success in the tag team division. When King Arturus retired from in-ring action to return to his throne on Carolina in preparation for an upcoming war with a neighboring planet, Sebastian continued to wrestle as the HGK in smaller independent promotions until he developed a thorn in his side by the name of Johnny Black Knight, an arrogant upstart wrestler who challenged him to a match in which the Golden Knight would unmask forever if he lost the match. The details about the match were sketchy. Some say that Johnny used a loaded boot to knock the Golden Knight senseless. Johnny claims that he happened to get it kicking so swift that Golden Knight never saw it coming. But no matter what the circumstances were that set it up, Johnny was able to pin Golden Knight with his unholy grail finisher, and the Golden Knight was forced to retire his mask forever. Since that day, no matter what independent promotion Sebastian signs with, Johnny seems to follow him a day or two later. Johnny says that it's to make sure that Sebastian continues to live up to his end of the deal, but the fans believe that he really just wants to build his reputation off his one and only victory over the established veteran. In the second match on the card, the Irish Hellcat Shannon Egan's pinned the debuting Plain Jane White with her finisher, the Calling Shenanigans. In the third match, the Queen Bees defeated the Sisters at Heart to earn a shot at the IIW Women's Tag Team titles on the next edition of Collision when Queen Bee No. 2 pinned Desiree with the Queen Bee's tag finisher, the Swarm Attack. And in the main event, the Samoan Vice Squad defeated the 18-wheelers by disqualification when Kenworth tossed a chair into Tika's head outside the ring as Tika dove off the ring apron for a double axe handle attempt. When the overnight ratings came in after airing the pilot episode, IIW Collision did a 2.6 in the ratings, which is equivalent to 2.6 million holovid sets tuned into the first broadcast. It was good enough for Pizzico to order full episodes containing 8 matches, with one match being a title match each week. The first full episode of Collision aired on February 1st, 2126. In the first match, Destine pinned Nightingale with her backflip rock bottom finisher, Your Destiny. In a non-title match, IIW Women's Champion Demaya the Devil's Daughter pinned Bootylicious Bertha with a belly-to-belly hammerlock suplex. The Samoan Vice Squad defeated the 18-wheelers when Tika pinned Peterbilt with the Vice Squad's tag finisher, the Samoan Smasher. Johnny Black Knight got his first IIW victory in a grudge match against Sebastian Rook, pinning him with a running clothesline. Was this just a fluke pin, or is Johnny really that much better than Sebastian? Only time will tell. The TNT Boys defeated the Annihilators when Terry pinned Krogan with a Doomsday Missile shoulder tackle as the referee was putting Thalos back in his corner after he had entered the ring to prevent Krogan from being pinned by the TNT Boys' tag finisher, the Implosion. The Molto Bellas successfully defended the IIW Women's Tag Team titles over the Queen Bees by disqualification following a wild brawl outside the ring between Bellanora and Queen Bee number 1. And in the main event, One Man Army got a non-title pinfall victory over the IIW Heavyweight Champion King Francois Dubois by way of his finisher, Taps. Highlights from the February 8th show included Bane being put out of action for 6 weeks following his match with Dr. Brain, in which the sadistic former brain surgeon pinned Bane with a reverse neckbreaker. Rage ran into the ring, and together he and Dr. Brain repeatedly climbed to the top turnbuckle holding steel chairs and performed diving splashes onto Bane's head with the chairs underneath them. Rage counted himself lucky that no commissioner had been named as of yet, as he could have been suspended before the main event, where Road Rage would successfully retain the IIW Tag Team titles over the TNT Boys when Roadkill pinned Tracy with a running clothesline. In other action, Plain Jane White pinned Destiny with a butterfly suplex. Los Tamales Caliente defeated Nuff's Enough when Spice pinned Justine Enough with her finisher, Muy Caliente. The BFFs defeated the Sisters at Heart when Brittany Hilton pinned Ambrosia after smashing Ambrosia's and Desiree's heads together when Desiree attempted to save Ambrosia from being pinned by a shooting star knee drop. One Man Army defeated Sheikh Khalid Sirhan by disqualification when Khalid repeatedly smashed the former Marine drill sergeant's head into the security railing. And the Skyscrapers defeated the Annihilators when Rex Sky pinned Thalos with the Skyplex. Before the next week's program, Pitsy Corps announced that they were naming former GW Commissioner and major Pitsy Corps stockholder Massive to be the interim IIW Commissioner until a permanent commissioner could be named. Coming up after the break, we'll continue to look at the results of IIW Collision for the rest of February and for the month of March. But don't go away, because we're coming right back.
Now starting for Carlisle at running back, defensive back, punter, and place kicker is...
And winning the gold in the pentathlon and decathlon is...
Now playing for the New York Giants in the outfield is...
The winner of the Intercollegiate Ballroom Dance Competition is...
Named as First Team All-National Football League is...
Jim Thorpe, All-American Native American. And he raised the bar for every American. Excellence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at Values.com.
Hey, Alicia, what's that bottle? A new energy drink? Not even close. I'm taking AgroLab Superberry Upgrade Supplement. It's great tasting and full of antioxidants. It revitalizes hair, skin, and your total body. Give me that. Superberry. Its power-packed 100% natural formula brings the health benefits of blueberries, acai berries, pomegranates, goji, and resveratrol. What? It's the natural antioxidant found in red wine. Studies show it's great for you. Wow, and it has 3,750 units of ORAC per ounce. Or what? Oxygen radical absorbance capacity. It's what you use to measure the amount of antioxidants in supplements. Well, Smarty Pants, if you know so much about it, why aren't you taking it? I am now. Where did you buy it? At CVS Pharmacy. It's in the vitamin aisle. Just look for AgroLab Superberry Upgrade and you can go from blah to ah. I'm definitely ready for that. I'm buying Superberry today. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Another Bubble Yum crazy comparison.
Dude, it's happening. Check it. This is a long-lasting, bud-blasting chunk of Bubble Yum bubblegum. And this 22 pounds of no-brain monster unchained, my little brother, Petey. Babysitting bummer, dude. Observe, both are soft. Both are a total scream. But fortunately, only one comes 5 to a pack.
Yo, what's he doing to the cat? Soft chunk Bubble Yum. For big fun, there's only one. Hey, where'd he go?
Get me the straitjacket, man!
Bubble Yum keeps it poppin'.
We're back on OSEP Wrestle-Rap, and we're continuing our look at the results of IIW Collision television shows for the rest of February and March 21-26. I'm David Barnes, owner of Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions, so let's get back to the results. In the first match on the February 15th episode of Collision, Epsilon Beta got a small measure of revenge over Bison for his part in injuring Bane the previous week when he made the Sioux Warrior from Helena, Montana verbally tap out to the unforgettable torture rack. But don't look for this rivalry to end anytime soon. Destine defeated Nightingale following a brawl between the two outside the ring. After the match, Nightingale repeatedly used her inverted brainbuster finishing move, the checkup, on Destine, putting Destine out of action for 6 weeks. Herman Glopp defeated Dewey Cheatham by disqualification when the referee caught Dewey using one of his illegal finishing moves, which he calls always cheat. This time Dewey cheated by delivering a deliberate kick to Herman's groin. After the match, Dewey's Native American manager, Hal, knocked Herman's wife and valet Zelda Glopp to the ground as Dewey continued to kick Herman's testicles. With each blow, a collective groan could be heard from all the male fans in the crowd at the Pizzico Arena in sympathetic pain. Eventually, Dewey ceased this despicable attack when several IIW referees and officials came down to the ring. As they escorted him back up the entrance ramp, Dewey and Hal began walking backwards and doing crotch chops as the crowd jeered. In the end, Herman would be out of action for 3 weeks. The Samoan Vice Squad defeated the Skyscrapers when Tika pinned Rex Sky with the Vice Squad's tag finisher, the Samoan Smasher. The 18-Wheelers defeated the Annihilators when Kenworth pinned Thalos with the Wheelers' tag finisher, the Overturn. The Queen Bees defeated Los Tamales Caliente when Queen Bee No. 1 pinned Spice with the Bees' tag finisher, the Swarm Attack. Demaya, the Devil's Daughter, pinned the Irish Hellcat Shannon Egan with the Devil's Seed to retain the IIW Women's Championship. And in the main event, the BFFs defeated the Multiple Bellas in a non-title bout when Donna Trump got a surprise pinfall by way of a spinebuster over Belladonna. In the first match on the February 22nd show, the Irish Hellcat Shannon Egan's pinned Nightingale with her finisher, Calling Shenanigans. Sebastian Rourke defeated Sheikh Khalid Sirhan by disqualification when Khalid repeatedly rammed Sebastian's head into the security railing. The BFFs defeated Los Tamales Caliente when Brittany Hilton pinned Spice with her tag finisher, That's Hot. Demaya, the Devil's Daughter, pinned Plain Jane White in a non-title match with the Demon Drop. The Annihilators defeated the Skyscrapers when Krogan pinned Lex Sky with the Annihilators tag finisher, the Imminent Destruction. The Queen Bees defeated the Sisters at Heart when Queen Bee No. 1 pinned Ambrosia with the Swarm Attack. The TNT Boys defeated the Samoan Vice Squad by disqualification when Tika repeatedly whipped Terry Hard into the security railing. And in the main event, King Francois Dubois got himself intentionally disqualified in order to hold on to the IIW heavyweight title when he chose to brawl one-man army outside the ring. Plain Jane White pinned Nightingale with her finisher, Nothing Special, in the first match on the February 29th edition of Collision. In the second match, 2 new wrestlers made their IIW debuts, including the former HWA star. Hunter Orion from Kuiper Prime pinned HWA alum Taurus with his finisher, Orion's Belt. After the match, Sheikh Khalid Sirhan came down to the ring and helped Taurus lay a post-match beatdown on Orion. Eventually, Khalid dragged Orion's helpless body into the corner, where he handcuffed Hunter's hands behind him, purposely wrapping the cuffs underneath the top turnbuckle before cuffing the other hand. As Hunter struggled in vain to free himself, Taurus repeatedly used his charging headbutt finisher, the Bullseye, into Hunter's ribs until one-man army and Sebastian Rourke both ran into the ring with steel chairs to chase off Khalid and Taurus. Hunter would be out of action for 8 weeks. Harvard Yale pinned Johnny Black Knight with his finisher, the Law Review. Shannon Egan's continued her winning ways when she pinned Bootylicious Bertha with her finisher, Calling Shenanigans. The Annihilators defeated the 18-Wheelers when Krogan pinned Peterbilt with his top turnbuckle Hurricane Rana finisher, the Franken Krogan. The BFFs defeated the Sisters at Heart by disqualification when Ambrosia repeatedly rammed Donna Trump's head into the security railing. The Queen Bees defeated the Multiple Bellas in a non-title match when Queen Bee No. 2 pinned Bella Nora by leaping off the top turnbuckle and hitting Nora in the head with one of the Queen Bee's metal stingers while Nora was perched on the Queen Bee No. 1's shoulders as the referee was putting Belladonna back in her corner after saving Nora from a pinfall attempt by way of a Swarm Attack. And in the main event, Road Rage defeated the TNT Boys to hold on to the IIW Tag Team titles when Rage pinned Terry with his finisher, the Fury's Anger. In the first match on the March 7th episode of Collision, Dr. Brain pinned Sebastian Rook with his inverted brainbuster finisher, Brain Surgery. Plain Jane White pinned Bootylicious Bertha with a snap power slam. Nuff's Enough defeated Los Tamales Caliente when Tough Enough pinned Holly Pena with her finisher, Show Nuff. The 18-Wheelers defeated the Samoan Vice Squad when Peterbilt pinned Tika with the Wheelers tag finisher, The Overturn. The BFFs defeated the Sisters at Heart in a return match from the previous week when, as the referee was putting Ambrosia back in her corner after saving Desiree from being pinned by Donna Trump's swinging go-to-sleep finisher, You're Fired, Donna and Brittany Hilton hit Desiree with a heart attack before Donna went for the cover and the pinfall victory. The Annihilators defeated the Skyscrapers when Krogan pinned Rex Guy with the Franken-Krogan. One Man Army defeated Johnny Black Knight by disqualification when the referee caught Black Knight hitting One Man Army with a set of brass knuckles. And in the main event, Demaya the Devil's Daughter held on to the IIW Women's title when she pinned the Irish Hellcat Shannon Egan's with the Devil's Seed. In the first match on the March 14th edition of Collision, Herman Glopp got himself a measure of revenge in his rematch against Dewey Cheatham for Dewey's post-match assault on his groin 3 weeks earlier, when after pinning the former hover ambulance chasing shyster lawyer with a top turnbuckle crossbody block, Herman's wife and valet Zelda reached under the ring and pulled out a paddle with the word Sacred Stick and tossed it to her husband. Herman began to wind up for a swing as Dewey was beginning to pick himself up off the mat and then connected with Dewey's backside. As Dewey slid out of the ring and started to rub his backside, Hal came over to help rub, but Dewey slapped his hands away and ran back to the locker room still rubbing his backside as the fans laughed. Bootylicious Bertha pinned Nightingale with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Nuff's Enough defeated Los Tamales Caliente when Justine Nuff pinned Holly Pena with a body scissors kick. The Annihilators defeated the 18-Wheelers when Thalos pinned Ken Wirth with the top turnbuckle Hurricane Rana finisher by Krogan, known as the Franken-Krogan, on the Thalos knee as the referee was putting Peterbilt back in the corner after Peter saved Ken from being pinned by Thalos' top turnbuckle flying diamond cutter finisher, the Thalo Cutter. The BFS defeated the IIW Women's Tag Team Champions, the Multo Bellas, in a non-title match when Donna Trump pinned Belladonna with a double-team powerbomb reverse neckbreaker combination with Brittany Hilton as the referee was putting Bellanora back in her corner after she saved Belladonna from having to tap out from Donna's version of the $1 Million Dream, the Google Dollar Dream. And in the main event, King Francois Dubois successfully defended the IIW heavyweight title when he pinned One Man Army with the Royal Mutilation. In the first match on the March 21st edition of Collision, Bootylicious Bertha defeated Nightingale by disqualification following a brawl outside the ring. Epsilon Veda forced the Sioux Warrior from Helena, Montana Bison to tap out to his combination half-Nelson hammerlock camel clutch finisher, the Beta Max. Shannon Egan pinned Plain Jane White with her finisher, Calling Shenanigans. The BFFs defeated the Sisters at Heart when Brittany Hilton pinned Desiree with her tag finisher, That's Hot. The Annihilators defeated the Samoan Vice Squad when Thalos pinned Tika with the Annihilators tag finisher, Imminent Destruction. The Queen Bees defeated Nuff's Enough when Queen Bee No. 2 pinned Tough Enough with the Bees tag finisher, the Swarm Attack. IIW champion King Francois Dubois defeated Hardwick Yale in a non-title bout by disqualification following a brawl outside the ring. And in the main event, new IIW Tag Team Champions were crowned as the TNT Boys defeated Road Rage when Terry pinned Roadkill with a baseball slide drop kick. The first match of the March 28th episode of Collision saw Plain Jane White pin Nightingale with a butterfly backbreaker. Los Tamales Caliente defeated the Sisters at Heart when Holly Pena pinned Desiree with her finisher, the Picante. Sebastian Rook pinned Torres with his finisher, the Castle. The Samoan Vice Squad defeated the 18-Wheelers when Tika pinned Ken Wirth with the Samoans tag finisher, the Samoan Smasher. After the match, Lex Sky came down to the ring and knocked Sununu to the mat and then went after Tika. When Ken finally recovered from the pinfall, Lex repeatedly stomped on Sununu in the corner as Ken and Peterbilt repeatedly executed the more powerful of the two tag finishers, the fifth wheel on Tika, until several IIW officials, referees, and a few wrestlers from the locker room came down to get Lex and the 18-wheelers out of the ring. When it was all over, Tika was carried out of the arena on a hover stretcher and will be out of action for 6 weeks. Herman Glop pinned Dr. Brain with his forward flip muscle buster finisher, the Glop Drop. The Queen Bees defeated the BFFs to earn a shot at the IIW Women's Tag Team Champions, the Multobellas, on the next episode of Collision, when Queen Bee number 2 got a surprise pin on Donna Trump by way of a power slam. After the match, Donna complained to IIW Interim Commissioner Massive that the referee made a fast 3 count and that the decision should be reversed, but Massive told her that he would review the footage of the match and that was the best he could do, but for the time being, the decision stood. Demaya, the Devil's Daughter, defeated the Irish Hellcat Shannon Egan and Bootylicious Bertha in a triple threat match to hold on to the IIW Women's Championship when she pinned Shannon with the Devil's Seed. And in the main event, the TNT Boys successfully defended the IIW Tag Team titles in their rematch with former champions Road Rage when Terry pinned Roadkill with his finisher, the C4. After the break, we'll take our first look at OSEP's newest mixed martial arts acquisition, Pride and Honor Fighting. Don't go away.
The action is intense, exciting, and as hard-hitting as it gets. Mixed martial arts is the fastest growing spectator sport in the world. But you already knew that, because you're not just a fan, you're the ultimate fan. And the ultimate fan needs gear to show their love for the sport. MMAwarehouse.com has all the latest MMA apparel from Tap Out, Sprawl, Warrior, Affliction, and more. Fight gear for everyone, from beginners to professional fighters, is in stock now at MMAwarehouse.com. We go the distance.
Imagine what you could do if you could make unlimited long-distance calls. You could increase business, keep closer touch with family and friends. Unlimited long distance for you is introducing a revolutionary breakthrough in long distance. You get high-quality service with no hidden fees and no contracts. Service is available anywhere in the continental United States. All this for just $49.95 per month. One flat fee. You can keep your current phone company and long-distance provider. With unlimited long distance for you, there are no monthly fees, no activation fee, and no per-minute charges. You can cancel anytime. For details or to sign up, call 888-217-2228, 888-217-2228, or on the web, go to unlimitedlongdistance4u.com. Call now, 888-217-2228, 888-217-2228. Unlimited long distance for you, changing the way America stays in touch.
We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along all night long. Oh, all night long. All night.
Energy meets soda. Introducing Mountain Dew MDX. Be nocturnal.
We're back with OSEP Wrestle-Rap for April 2012. I'm David Barnes, owner of Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions, and now it's time to take a look at OSEP's newest mixed martial arts promotion, Pride and Honor Fighting. Pride and Honor Fighting, or PHF for short, began holding shows in March of 2125 and is still in its infancy. Before its brief hiatus, the last show was held on September 21st at the Cassini Auditorium on Mars until co-owner Praedis Cassini came down with a life-threatening illness and his wife and other co-owner, Moretta Cassini, was forced to sell the auditorium in order to pay for Praedis' medical expenses. However, in October 2125, Praedis succumbed to his illness at the age of 231. We at Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions express our deepest sympathies and well wishes to his widow. This unfortunate event left PHF without a home venue until after the launch of Intergalactic Independent Wrestling at the Pizzico Arena. Hoping to branch out its new sports division, Pitsicor bought Pride and Honor Fighting and will present monthly paper holo view cards emanating from the Pitsicor Arena. There are currently 5 divisions in PHF, including an open weight class women's division. The heavyweight division is for fighters who weigh 246 pounds or greater. Some of the fighters you'll be hearing about in this division include former PHF champions the Irish shillelagh Angus McElvey and Mikey Methane Belcher. The light heavyweight division is for fighters between 216 and 245 pounds. Former PHF light heavyweight champion Shogun will be featured in this division, as well as former arena fighting stars Vang and former arena champions Horn and Steve Armstrong. The middleweight division is for fighters weighing between 186 and 215 pounds. Former PHF champion Iceman, who patterns his style after former UFC fighter Chuck the Iceman Liddell, will be featured in this division. The welterweight division will be for fighters weighing 185 pounds and below. Currently, there are only 6 fighters in the division, including a fighter with absolutely no facial features whatsoever, the Faceless Man, with man being spelled M-M-A-N. And as mentioned a little bit ago, the women's division is open weight class. It features fighters such as 2 members of the most recent generation of the Gracie family, Catherine and Raina, as well as the heaviest fighter in the women's division, the 250-pound bovine animal Muay Thai. And yes, as the name suggests, her primary fighting discipline is the Muay Thai style. In a press conference on March 1st, the PHF Board of Directors announced the dates for the first 3 paper holo views. Each of the 3 paper holo views would feature tournaments for each of the 5 divisions, with the finals being held on the first annual OSEP Paper Holo View Battle Blue, the Night of Champions, scheduled for June 30th, 2126. Battle Blue will feature all of the IIW and PHF sanctioned titles being contested for in one night. The first PHF Paper Holo View took place on March 24, 2126. It featured a round-robin tournament in the welterweight division. In the first match of the first round of the tournament, the French tickler Marcel Chevalier defeated Casey Walsh by submission by way of a Darce choke. In the second match, Stan Lee Largemouth Bass knocked out the King of Jive, Bob Charlie, and Aaron Cornell knocked out the Faceless Man. In the first match in the second round of the tournament, Marcel Chevalier knocked out Bob Charlie. The Faceless Man knocked out Casey Walsh, and Aaron Cornell knocked out Stan Lee Bass. In the first match of the third round of the tournament, the Faceless Man knocked out Marcel Chevalier. Aaron Cornell defeated Bob Charlie by submission by way of an ankle lock, and Casey Walsh knocked out Stan Lee Bass. In the first match of the fourth round of the tournament, Aaron Cornell knocked out Marcel Chevalier. The Faceless Man knocked out Stan Lee Bass, and Casey Walsh knocked out Bob Charlie. In the first match of the final round of the round-robin tournament, Marcel Chevalier knocked out Stan Lee Bass. Aaron Cornell knocked out Casey Walsh, and Bob Charlie got his only win in the tournament when he knocked out the Faceless Man. By virtue of their one-loss records in the tournament, Aaron Cornell will face the French tickler Marcel Chevalier on June 30th at Battle Blue for the PHF welterweight title. The next PHF Paper Holo View will be on April 28th, 2126, and will feature the tournaments for the PHF ladies and middleweight divisions. The Paper Holo View scheduled for May 26, 2126 will feature tournaments for the PHF light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions. Next month, we'll bring you the results of the PHF ladies and middleweight division tournaments. And that's all the time we have for this lengthy edition of OSEP Wrestle-Rap. Wrestle-Rap is a production of Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions, utilizing the rules and gaming system for the Champions of the Galaxy wrestling game and the PLEIADES Outlaw Warfare Mixed Martial Arts game, published by Filsinger Games, and was brought to you by Pitsicor, bottlers of Pitsy Pop, the soda with half the carbonation for more of that great cola taste. Pitsy Pop, half the fizz, double the whiz bang, and by High Pro Nutrition Bars. the energy bar with as much protein as 3 porterhouse steaks. If you'd like to learn more about either of these games, visit www.filsingergames.com. The theme music for Wrestle-Rap is an original creation by David Barnes, utilizing the 4.0 version of Sony's Acid Music Creation Program. This program was created with the 4.0 version of Sony's Acid Music Creation Program, as well as version 10 of Pinnacle Studio Video Creation Program. For all of us at Orion Sports and Entertainment Promotions, we bid you a good day and invite you to come back next month for another episode of Wrestle-Rap.